don't get me wrong, I'm over the moon for the British title, but I won't be satisfied until I reach further ambitions.
You watch him sometimes and you can see why he achieved what he did at amateurs. You can see why he's British champion, he does look good. Then you see him other times and he gets caught with silly shots. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. And if they're looking at fights and planning what's next, like your Luke Campbells and your European titles, then I've got a feeling they're in for a shock.
I think it'll be exciting, I really do. I can see me getting to him by the end of the fight.
I'm going to win. I'm not bothered how or by any means necessary, but I'll win.
Very much looking forward to this one. Okay, let's get to it. Here is MC John McDonald again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Sport now proudly presents for your entertainment 12 rounds of boxing for the British Lightweight Championship and the coveted Lord Lonsdale's Challenge Belt. We welcome our viewers joining us live on Sky Sports and across in the United States of America on AWE, a wealth of entertainment. We are sponsored by Daffabet, StubHub, Arnold Clark and JD Sports. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control in association with the Scottish Area Council, our supervisor, Mr. Dennis Gilmartin. Area representatives and steward in charge are Derry Trainer and Leon McCorgan. Timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Jim Kirkwood. And our 3 scoring judges using the 10-point must system is Michael Alexander of Doncaster, Steve Gray of Fleetwood, and Victor Lachlan of Barhead. When the bell rings and the action begins, the man in charge, the man in the middle, from Doncaster, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, when it means so much more, when there's a title on the line, here we go. Introducing to you the challenger fighting out of the red corner wearing the white trunks trimmed with red and blue, weighed in. And ladies and gentlemen, with a fight record of 17 14 wins, 1 by KO, 2 losses and 1 draw. He comes to the ring as a former undefeated Central Area champion and the reigning English lightweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, from Darfield, Yorkshire, Robbie Barrett! Across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black trunks trimmed with white, weight in at 9 stone, 8.5 pounds, with a 22 fight record, 21 wins, 7 inside the scheduled distance and just 1 draw. He comes undefeated, hoping to win the Lonsdale belt outright, as this is his 4th defense. He is the reigning and defending British lightweight champion, Scotty Cardle! 12 rounds of boxing for the coveted Lord Lonsdale's Challenge belt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the British Lightweight Championship.
Okay, fellas, spoke to you both in the dressing room. You both know what I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lad.
4th defence of the famous, venerable old British 9 stone 9 title for the Scottish descendant from Lytham St Anne's, Scott Cardle. And victory here over the youngster from Darfield, the dog breeder by day and the fighter by night. The slick southpaw Robbie Barrett is the challenger, but for Cardle it will be the Lonsdale belt to keep forever. So many fighters dream, Dave.
It is, and you know, as far as Scott is concerned, you know, I've spoken to him in the past. He cherishes that Lonsdale belt. He wants to get that Lonsdale belt, but he wants to move quickly on. You know, he wants to get to European and world level. And I think for him to do that, he's got to look good tonight. It's no good just winning, he's got to look good tonight.
Yep, very popular, but even by his own admission, rather an underachiever. He's unbeaten still on paper, but he's rather flattered to deceive at times. Cardle, he looked better here in October when he dispatched Kevin Hooper impressively. But South Yorkshire's Robbie Barrett has got some real momentum. 10 straight wins, nothing to lose here. He's brought a busload up from Yorkshire, and the team led by Steffi Bull are really confident. Good start from Cardle, though, trying to target the body, slow down the southpaw. He's been good with southpaws, hasn't he, in Maxie Hughes and Craig Evans?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of good names in the division, and he's, you know, he's put in a couple of good performances there. So, you know, he's got to raise his levels up to that again, and you know what he's good at? He's good at when he fires that right-hand lead. Now, against the southpaw, that's a shot that could come into this. He's already landed it a couple of times, but the one thing about Scotty, I feel, is that he leans forward and he's there to be touched with the jab. And, you know, Robbie Barrett's got to find him with that jab. He's got to just touch him, touch it. Oh, it's a good left hand.
Lovely left hand, straight shot. He's got some height and reach. Barrett, plenty of skills. Better than the record suggests.
He is. He's been playing his work on, you know, quietly on Steffi Bull shows and just learning the trade. And, you know, speaking to Steffi and his team, they're very, very confident. They've come up here for the win.
Well, he's learned with your twins, hasn't he, the McDonald boys?
Yeah, he's done a lot of sparring with them in the past. He's been in with some good operators.
Cardle just getting a bit disorganised as he comes forward and lunging and missing there. And Barrett's quickly away. Good body shot, though, from Cardle. Really interesting the way this one has started in the first round.
See, as we've seen in the past with Scotty, he sometimes gets frustrated and then starts tightening up and load up on every shot he throws. You know, if Barrett can keep touching him and make him miss, make him lunge, then he'll get more and more frustrated, and then he'll start walking onto shots as he has done in the past.
Good left hand again from Barrett. Not overawed, is he, in the slightest? Big underdog, but a big chance for him.
It worked out when he comes out, you get your arm out. You just got to keep making him miss for a few rounds, yeah? But you got to make him play when you have many miss. Remember where he's going to go with his head. He's going to slip on inside. But up, beautiful, yeah? He'll try even harder and harder. You can see what it's like. He's having a look as well.
The familiar corner of Joe Gallagher alongside expert cutsman Mick Williamson. Running Scott Cardle's feet getting tangled a little in that opening round. The orthodox and southpaw stances just trying to fathom each other out, but really intriguing start. The black and green of Scott Cardle, the red and white of Robbie Barrett. Cardle in fight number 23. Barrett has had 17. He's lost a couple, but he's on a winning run, and he's settled nicely here.
See what Barrett's trainer is telling him to do is make him miss, make him reach, and then make him pay. And a couple of times there you see him knowing Scott will get more and more frustrated and start walking on shots. That's what they're banking on. Barrett's got the temperament. Just look, that's a nice old man right. Barrett's got the temperament just to stick to that plan.
We actually had a chat with Steffi Bull in the hotel earlier. He was saying, watch out for the uppercuts that Barrett is going to throw as Cardle comes in. They really have absolutely nothing to lose, no pressure. Steffi was saying he's just going to get Barrett on another show out in June if he loses this. But they're going to give it everything, and they believe they've got the tools for the upset. Cardle springing shots off. Good body shot as well. Again, that's going to be a target area to slow the southpaw down.
Barrett's got to be calm. He can't be the one that reaches. He can't fall into Scotty's trap. Scotty's had a good round so far. When they fell into that clinch, he caught Barrett with a good body shot that I think he felt, and then he caught him again with a right hook to the body. So his plan, well, that's another good body shot he's landed there.
try and swing uppercuts, and Cardle just tries to regain his composure. Tit for tat at times.
Cardle's working well this round, and you can see the punches having an effect on him.
Yeah, partially blocked that one, but the uppercut was from the Cardle armoury. There's blood to the nose of Scott Cardle. One of his problems is he does bleed. And that's why Mick Williamson is ready and waiting in that blue corner. Body shot from Barrett, and every time he's going to get a round of applause from his guys as he grows into this.
Yeah, I think Cardle's settling in this round. He's landing some meaty shots, a lot of heavy shots.
Well, he's planting his feet, isn't he, Cardle?
He is, but he's doing it, and he's thinking about what he's doing. He's not just going wild. He's thinking about what he's doing. It's a good round so far.
Nice jabs from Cardle. So much was expected from him when he turned professional. Nice right hand, and down goes Barrett. More off balance, but he does have to take the count from Howard Foster. Not a heavy knockdown, but a good shot from Cardle, and that'll give him huge confidence. Out of range with the jab, Barrett. He gets through to the bell.
Listen, Robbie, let him come on. You've got it when you make him.
Seppible just calming his charge down in the corner. Yeah, he looks fine, doesn't he? It was just a flash one, but he does have to suffer a 10-8 round.
Yeah, it was a cuffing shot. It was a cuffing shot. Yeah. Yeah, there was nothing in that knockdown. I mean, it's a scoring shot, but as for concussive damage, there was nothing there. Yeah, it was feet as well, I think.
The feet, yep, getting tangled again. Unlucky for Robbie Barrett.
The left hook, you've got to lower it.
I think the actual, the boxing of Cardle was much better.
Slip inside and count off, yeah?
Second set, round
Joe
three.
Gallagher, who had Liam Smith beating Liam Williams last week, but of course had Anthony Croller's game effort. Just 4 short against Jorge Linares. Mixed fortunes for you trainers.
Listen, we can't win them all, especially when you're working at that top level. You know, you look at the fights that Joe's had there, you're talking about top level fights.
You get the David Price defeat and the lows, and then the highs of the Tony Bellew win.
Yeah.
Who's going to get the highs tonight? Team Gallagher or Team Bull? Scott Cardle on the march forward here, trying to retain his British title and take home that Lonsdale belt, the beautiful possession for keeps forever. And Robbie Barrett trying to become a British champion.
See, Barrett start this round how Steffi Bull wants him to. I heard Steffi saying to him, you need to get on your boxing behind the jab, make him miss, get him frustrated, and he's doing that this round. Whereas the previous round, he was reaching, he was overreaching, he's walking on shots himself.
That's a good shot from Barrett. He's won the Central Area title, he's won the English lightweight title. This is a step up in class, in levels, but he just believes that Cardle is overrated. And some in the trade do, Dave.
Yeah, because he's not, he's failed to deliver. You know, some might say that he's a gym fighter because he looks fantastic in the gym, but on the big nights he's not, he's not delivered. He's not looked the exciting prospect that we expected him to be.
You've said that to me before, that you think he's unbelievable in the gym.
I took a fighter up there a couple of years ago, and I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He just got off a plane. He was jet lagged from LA, and he was unbelievable. And I thought he was going to be a big star.
Got plenty of skills, Cardle. Hasn't quite all fallen for him yet, although he does still boast this unbeaten record. 21 wins, only the 1 draw, minor blemish, but he's not lost yet as a pro. Sean Dodd, of course, masher in Liverpool, getting that draw, having been narrowly stopped in the 12th round, a bit controversially as well. Masha Dodd, who's been a great character on the scene in the last couple of years and will be in action next week on Merseyside.
Not a lot actually landed in this round. Both fighters are falling a little bit short.
shots from Barrett. Cardle targeting the body. Just a bit scrappy in the third.
It is, but what Barrett's doing is working. This is, this is what they wanted. They wanted to get Cardle frustrated, and you can see this is what will happen. Make him miss, then just pop a shot out, just keep touching him.
Yeah, wild lunge, and a smile through his gum shield there for Cardle.
Listen, when you let him miss, you've got to make him pay. Move, double jab backhand. Move, double jab backhand. Yeah. So when you're close, you've got to be tight. Let him go and fucking hit him.
Filling up nicely early doors here at the Hydro. A huge night of action ahead. We've already seen Lawrence Okoli.
10 seconds.
And ringside some familiar faces. Paul
Seconds out. Round
Smith
4.
hoping for a world title shot coming up. Stephen as well was carrying the British title in the ring for Scott Cardle. Can he take it home with him? Robbie Barrett hopes not. The man from Darfield. He breeds spaniels by day. And then he's a rather slick southpaw under the lights. Has he won a couple of rounds for you?
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. I think, when he sticks to his boxing, he stays patient there. Just hold the centre ring, stick the jab out, drop back, make a full shot, and then counter. Because Cardle, when he rushes forward with his chin up in the air, and he's there to be caught.
It's all about getting into a rhythm for the southpaw. Fluid movement, angles. Just trying to get Cardle frustrated, but we know he's tough and he's rugged and he's ever so ambitious, and he has got nice skills and movement.
He has, but early doors he started targeting the body and was landing some really good shots on Barrett's body, and I thought that they were having an effect, but he's gone away from that again. And he seems to be headhunting again. He's stalking, headhunting.
He's not a puncher, Barrett. One knockout in his 14 wins, so he's going to have to do it the long way, you'd have thought. But he beat Kevin Hooper over 10 and Marcus French as well late night in Birmingham back in October. That was a really good win. Also beat 10 with Ishmael Anwar and Brad Botham. So he's got experience, but this is a notch up.
It is a notch up, yeah, it's definitely a notch up. But look at what he's doing here in this round so far. So far, Cardle's done nothing, and Barrett just popping away.
Yeah, they see the feet as well.
Yeah. You'll get that as well every time Cardle rushes into him.
Barrett stepping on Cardle's left foot, the southpaw and orthodox. Good shot from Barrett. See, he's moving around, and Cardle's not going anti-clockwise, is he?
Cardle's just following him around, it's just trying to take his head off. Barrett's just sticking to his plan, and he's just got to keep his head and just got to let him walk onto the shots. He doesn't, he's not a big banger, so he doesn't need to be standing there holding his feet, trading shots with him.
He's certainly not put Barrett under any real sustained pressure. There was the flash knockdown in the second round. That's all it was.
Again, that was a balance and fit foot thing.
But he's slipping and sliding around, isn't he? Looking comfortable here, Barrett.
Scott has got to take those legs away from Barrett.
Well, he's attempting just that with the body shots. That's got to be the plan.
He's got to set the body shots up. He needs to set the body shots up. He's walking forward, leaning forward. That's a good round for Barrett.
Some rounds, yeah? Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax.
I'm going to give you one round. All right? Listen. You went out then again. You got into the road. low, and then it's just pulling out over here. Then it's over
Well, it's a really interesting British lightweight title fight developing here. Scott Cardle, the champion. But this challenger, Robbie Barrett, is unloading well. He looks relaxed. That straight left is working a treat. Is he picking up these rounds? Judges at ringside, Michael Alexander in front of us, Steve Gray to our left, and Vic Lachlan to our right. Howard Foster reffing this. It's been very clean, apart from the feet tangling up. Plenty of respect between this pair. Cardle tries to up the tempo here, and probably needs to.
He does, and he's just been told that in the corner. I've just heard Joe Gallagher actually tell Cardle, I've only given you 1 round so far. He's got it basically the same as myself.
Just the 10-8 round for the knockdown.
Oh.
It's beautiful boxing this from Robbie Barrett. He's elevated himself up onto this stage under the TV lights, and he is putting on a really good performance so far as he attempts to become a British champion for Darfield.
He has, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to fall into the trap and start standing there holding his feet. Just keep doing what we're doing. Let Scott get more and more frustrated. You know, the last round he used his feet really, really well, and Cardle couldn't get anywhere near him. He just needs to do that. He keeps looking for the same 1-2 over and over again. There's a good left hand there, but he keeps looking for the same 1-2 over and over again. Just pop behind your jab, disguise it a little bit.
Down he goes, though. Howard Foster looked confused, as do you, Dave.
Yeah, Barrett looked confused. I don't know if he got caught with an uppercut there.
But he takes the count here in the 5th round. And Cardle found something. Was it on the inside? There's a body shot. And Barrett suddenly under pressure, having looked at ease, finds himself just struggling here.
This is where Cardle needs to just work that body. While he's got him there, just grind that body down.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's forcing these body shots home and trying to rip through the light punching but skillful Barrett.
See, Barrett's just holding his feet that little bit too long now.
And there's a cut, left eye. Thought I saw something go there. Cardle. It's happened again, and a good left hand from Barrett. It's all going on in there.
It's actually a much better fight than I expected it to be.
Yeah, because there's distance between the two when Barrett's utilising his feet, backpedaling. Mick Williamson already preparing things over in the blue corner. The blood streaming away from the eye. And again, another lovely shot from Barrett.
Cardle has his hands down style, but he just gets caught with the shots all to every single fight. He leans in with his hands low, and he's given the opportunities there.
These straight left hands have given Cardle so much to think about, and that cut looks like it's worsening as well, very quickly. And it's early in a 12-round fight, but he has suffered these injuries before. Mentally, it's not going to bother him. Let's see how bad it is. Well, it's not good. It's a slash.
It's a bad shot. But he's got a best man in the business looking after him.
Yeah, how many times did Mick Williamson save the likes of Paul Lloyd and Johnny Armour and Ricky Hatton? It was a left hand that just slashed.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Yeah, it was. Let's have a look at the knockdown, which was more spurious. Oh, it's a body shot.
Yeah.
Right hand. Was it a delayed action? Yeah. Just on the inside. So is that a 10-8 round, despite the fact that Barrett won it, really, over the 3 minutes?
Really, I would give it a 10-9. But, you know, I think the judges will give it a 10-8.
Well, the blood flows again, and Mick Williamson did everything he could during that minute, but it could become a real problem, that. 6th round, British lightweight title fight. Scott Cardle from Lytham in round number 141 of his career. It's the 108th for Robbie Barrett from Darfield, this rather unknown challenger, but whose team have been fairly buoyant about his chances this week. And why not?
You see, this is what I was saying about, going back to the knockdown in the last round. Barrett doesn't need to hold his feet. He doesn't need to let Cardle get in on the inside of him. And he held his feet. He stayed, then he got caught with that body shot.
So he's been down twice. Oh, hasn't been hurt really, and he's landed the better shots though, Barrett, with that left hand. Just not moving his head enough, Cardle. The southpaw style giving him many more problems than Maxie Hughes did. Craig Evans was a close fight, but bar the knockdowns, Barrett would be winning this fairly comfortably.
Yeah, the only rounds that I've given Cardle are the knockdown rounds.
Good again from Barrett. There's a solid look to him when he throws the 1-2s.
It's the jab. Cardle can't get away from the jab.
And you'd have thought with his amateur pedigree, his jab would have come into play, Cardle, but he's shooting that right hand out. He's looking for the body shot, and a smile from Robbie Barrett, who looked so relaxed at the weigh-in yesterday with his girlfriend Sally. They come up with nothing to lose, and he's fighting like that. It's a wonderful performance, this, from Robbie Barrett.
These are great left hands he's landed. But he's just not got to get too carried away with it. He's got to make sure he maintains that gap.
But Scott Cardle normally finds a way. He's got this British title, and he's held on to it. Defences over Sean Dodd a couple of times, and Kevin Hooper hasn't shone really in the last couple of years, but he's found a way. He's got to find a way to get out of some of these shots, Dave.
He really has, or he's going to be in trouble tonight. Again, he's just plodding forward, walking forward.
Oh, left hand again from Barrett. I think this is his best round of the fight here, as Cardle tries to come in to stop the flow, both of the fight and the cut that is bleeding quite profusely again. What an interesting fight we have here for the British lightweight title. Let's go over to another pretty decent lightweight, and he's with Anthony Crolla.
Thanks, Adam. Anthony, so much going on in this fight. How are you seeing it?
As it's turned into a great fight. I would give Barrett but the 2 rounds with knockdowns, which have been 10-8 rounds to Scotty. I'd give Barrett the other rounds. I think for Scotty, every time he lands to the body, he gets a reaction, and that's got to be the key. But he can't be standing thinking he's out of distance, shipping too many left hands from Barrett. Barrett might not be the biggest puncher, but he's got good straight arrows, and he's catching Scotty far too often. He's got to judge the distance a lot better, Scotty, and he's got to move his head a little bit more on the outside.
Think Barrett's growing in confidence despite the 2 10-8 rounds?
I do, up until the last 30 seconds of that last round. I thought he felt a few shots downstairs, which made him think about it. But before that, because he's landing so often, Scotty's thinking there might not be shots that are hurting him. Barrett's growing in confidence every time that left hand lands.
Thanks, Anthony.
Excellent analysis there from Anthony Crolla, talking about the arrows, the sharp shooting of Barrett. And remember, he's Scott Cardle's stablemate, and he's given everything apart from the knockdown rounds to Barrett. He's right, isn't he?
He's calling it as he sees it. It's the exact same way that I've seen it.
3 judges at ringside. Remember that Dave has it level because of the 2 10-8 rounds. You never know in boxing, do you?
No.
Second half of this one. British title on the line, remember. The 4th defence in the rules these days. It used to be 3, now it's 4, means that if he's victorious, Cardle will take this back to Lytham St Anne's, but Robbie Barrett will want to be taking the British title back for the first time to Yorkshire.
See, what we know about Scotty Cardle is that he can drag out a win. Even when it looks like he's getting beat, he can drag it out. We've seen it time and time again. You know, we don't know about Barrett, how he's going to, at this level, how he's going to sustain it. I know he's done the distance before in the past, you know, against lesser opponents, but we don't know if he can maintain it under the pressure of TV lights in a big stage like this.
Well, he's not done 12 rounds, he's done 10 rounds on 4 occasions, as the blood again seeps from the left eye of Cardle. So we don't quite know. Remember the 12th round win he got over Mashadon.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Cardle, he knows how to win ugly. You know, sometimes you know, you're not going to look good. You've just got to win and win otherwise. Do whatever you have to do. And this is a man that's almost an expert at doing that.
He is. Lovely guy outside the ring. Scott Cardle, he really is. But he's honest as well.
Good shot. Good right hand.
He knows sometimes he has to win ugly. And he might just have to do that. Bite down on the gum shield and drag Barrett into a place he's not comfortable. Because for the first half of this, he's looked very much that.
You see, Cardle's loading up on everything now. This is where Barrett can't stand there with him. He just needs to get on his bike, box, just box behind the jab, just touch him, move, keep him missing. Let Cardle blow himself out a little bit. Because while he's leaning in himself, he's walking straight onto a shot from Scotty Cardle.
Just misses there, Cardle. Blood going down the side of the eye. He copes with it, doesn't he? He's very good at that, Scott Cardle. Not just the eyes, but when he's under pressure, he never... The self-belief just remains, doesn't it?
It's the experience of it. It's happening time and time. He gets cut all the time. He's, like I said, he's not impressing, but he still drags out the win. It's experience. It's nothing new to him.
Left hand from Cardle. Just getting closer, and Barrett more disorganised. And a right hand from Cardle. This is better from the champion. Closing the range. And less here from Barrett. Interesting.
Alright, you okay? Yeah, alright. Listen, you're slipping, lovely, you're moving that head, alright, lovely. But you're not pulling the trigger. You're just looking for the right upcut. You can't support the left hook on the end of it.
That is the prize, the wonderful Lord Lonsdale belt. Scott Cardle won it against Craig Evans, defended it against Sean Dodd, then there was the draw, the win against Kevin Hooper, and it's his to keep if he finds a way past Robbie Barrett, who's fought the fight of his life so far. First 6 rounds, he looked absolutely superb. Just a dip, I thought, in the 7th, Dave.
Yeah, that's the first round that I've actually given Cardle without the knockdowns. I thought, like I said, I thought Barrett was trying to fight him a little bit too much. He's getting a little bit too brave. Maybe feeling the body shots a little bit now, tiring down a little bit. But he's got to get back to his boxing. He's just got to keep it simple, keep it very simple, because what was simple beforehand was working.
What's left in the tank in these crucial rounds for Robbie Barrett? He's trained very hard under Steffi Bull. 130 of 50 amateur fights. He's had to come up the tough way. It's never been easy for him. Whereas Scott Cardle's had the promotional backing, the nice shorts and outfits and ring entrances and all the razzmatazz that goes with it, and the teammates, the stablemates, and the good sparring.
Adam, there's so many kids up and down in this country that are quality operators, but people just don't get to see them because they're on the small shows away from the bright lights. And it's good to see them get the opportunities on you know, on the big events like this.
And it's a good even fight, isn't it?
It is.
Who's going to win, Dave?
Right now, I don't know.
"12 rounds, remember. That's what Liam Smith certainly felt against Liam Williams last weekend. Williams having so much success, but you've got to do it the whole way through.
Yeah, it's a 12-round fight. It's no good winning, you know, 9 rounds of it and not managing to get to the 12.
And that's where Cardle does like it, when it's rough and tough at the end and he's got to pull out the stops.
I just feel that Barrett's lost his rhythm. He's lost his rhythm and he's not tapping him with a jab, he's not catching him with a shot, and when he's throwing, he's now forcing his shots. Cardle's looking a lot more patient now.
Left hand from Barrett, but can he get it going again? I think that's absolutely spot on. The rhythm of Barrett, so important for this punch-picking southpaw with the good feet. like that. Just trying to regain it, finding gaps, and Cardle missing again. It's another good effort, this, from Barrett. Sometimes he just wanders forward, Cardle, and doesn't quite get enough shots on, and looks a bit lost.
See, while ever Barrett's winging that left-handing wild like that and falling shot, it's a good shot that landed. But when he's winging it in and he's missing, he's taking a lot out of himself, but he's also leaving himself wide open. Do you know what? This is another round where, you know, one man has success and the next man has success.
This is a Barrett round for me.
Yeah. I think he's just nicked that.
Sit back. Sit really back. You're winning these rounds now, but you've got to keep it pushing.
You're winning these rounds, says Steffi Bull. Backstage, there he is, PBK, Pretty Boy Kelly, Josh Kelly, the hope of the Northeast, ready for his professional bow. Really good amateur. Plenty to like about him. There's Adam Booth, who told me last night at dinner that he believes Josh Kelly has as much, if not more, ability than anyone else he's been involved with. He's really, really confident about Kelly.
Adam Booth has been talking to me about Josh Kelly since day one of training, telling me about how talented he is, how special this kid is. He's really excited about him. I'm expecting big things.
This is a man, remember, that's had George Groves, David Hay, it's got Andy Lee, Billy Joe Saunders. The list is huge. Can't wait to see how good Josh Kelly may or may not be. Certainly can talk the talk. But we've got business to take care of first here for the British lightweight title. 4 rounds to go. Remember the white and red of the challenger from Darfield, Robbie Barrett. Already, he's been beyond expectations. He's really lived up to the confidence of his camp. And he's boxed really well against Scott Cardle, the champion. Hoping to hold on to his title and, you know, looking for bigger and better things. He wants European honours. He wants to move on like a lot of his stablemates in the Gallagher gym. The likes of Anthony Croller and the Smith brothers and everybody else that Cardle looks up to. Can he do that?
Being honest with you, based on his performances of late, you know, his last few performances and his performance tonight, can you see him going up to you know, up to the levels of a Crawler, of a Beefy Smith? Being honest, no. But you know, that's not saying that he won't improve and get. But each fight we keep saying he's got to perform. He's got to perform. I said before tonight, he's not just winning tonight. He's got to look good winning, and so far he's not.
I thought he looked good against Hooper last time out. I think he needed that, but you know. He's not shone really, has he? Robbie Barrett has boxed well. Cardle in patches, trying to get on top of it. Just frustrated by the left hand, especially of Barrett. And how are the judges seeing this?
It's a tricky fight. It is a tricky fight. There's some, you know, that's a good shot.
Really nice work from Barrett again. Keeping it simple, punches in bunches, neat combinations, lovely left hand, scoring shots, Dave.
Yeah. You know, Joe Gallagher's wanting Cardle to come in behind his jab, use the jab to set up his body shots, then come back with a hook. You know, but he's not doing that. He's just walking forward and looking for the big right hands, looking for the single shots.
Look at that movement as well. Made to hit fresh air, Cardle. They must be beginning to believe in that red corner.
I think they believe from round one. You know, they've had the belief. They've been very, very confident in the build-up to this. But now they're seeing the man actually perform, seeing that he's capable of winning.
Steffi Bull, Radal, Latif Mohammed in that corner. You may not know the names like you do with Joe Gallagher and Mick Williamson, but they work every bit as hard with their guys. And this is a real opportunity. Cardle trying to dig in, knuckle down, finish strongly, catch the eye of the judges. There's the old experience of Scott Cardle. We've heard from one stablemate of Scott Cardle, Anthony Croller, who thought he was losing. Let's go to another, Paul Smith.
Paul, do you see Scotty keeping hold of his Lonsdale belt and winning it outright, or do you see it changing hands at the moment?
Before the last round, and I had the level. He's got to work a little bit more, Scott, and let a few more combinations go and throw a few more punches in bunches. He's following them around a little bit too much here, and he's just got to put his foot on the gas now. Championship round, you've got to show why you're champion and why you're going to keep the belt, why you want to keep the belt. It's got to work here.
You haven't seen the replays, you saw it live. Any contention with the 2 knockdowns in your opinion, or were they both genuine knockdowns?
I said on the first one it was harsh. I wouldn't have given it, but by the law of the land and by the rules you have to give it. A punch landed and he went down, so it's been a little bit fortunate, but it was a knockdown by the rules. They're the rules, you have to stick to them.
What will Joe be saying in that corner now?
I think he'll be saying to just work on the same shots that he's been trying. Don't slip counter, but he has to slip counter 2 and 3 shots instead of just 1.
Thanks, Paul.
Remember, Scott Cardle has had Robbie Barrett on the floor twice, so 2 10-8 rounds. So you've got to score a lot of rounds to Robbie Barrett to obviously equal that up. But you have.
Yeah, this is close. I mean, I think I've got it to Barrett by a round.
How are your mathematics?
I've got it to Barrett by a round. But what I mean is the 10-8, the second 10-8 round, actually, for me, you could score it a 10-9. So that's where I'm saying it's either a 10, it's either a round or level.
So far, Dave, your general feeling about the flow of the fight. Who have you got going home with the title?
Barrett.
Yeah.
It's these now, you know, we're in the championship rounds. This is what it's about. This is what I'm saying. Cardle's been here before. He's dragged the win out before. Went from it looks like he's about to, he's about to get beat. Barrett's not done this. It's good starts to the round though.
Yeah. Well, he's tended to have good first minute or two's, Barrett, and then just last 30, 45 seconds of the round, Cardle steps it up and tries the body shots, but it's all a question of what the judges are seeing landing.
Well, the thing is, when you're talking about what's landing, Cardle's head's getting rocked back in when he gets landed. You know, when he's getting landed on.
That was a good body shot, side to side there from Cardle.
This is where Barrett's got to hold on. If he's not going to work on the inside, he's got to hold on. He can't let Cardle just fire away underneath.
Yeah, good body shots there from Cardle. They were scoring ones. Back with the left hand from Barrett.
They're crippling body shots.
Oh, big shots going in.
He's got to grab him, tie him up, walk him back.
Yeah, this is where that seasoning at this level, the British title level, is helping Scott Cardle here. When things haven't been going his way, this is the area, the time of the fight, that he, with that fitness as well in the Gallagher gym, and the hard sparring against top quality men and women. Natasha Jonas now, who's just turned pro. I know he's done a few rounds with Scott Cardle as well.
It's a good round for Cardle, this. He's just ripping those body shots in. But like I said, it's simple. Just grab hold. You know, some fighters don't want to grab hold, but sometimes you just got to win. You just got to get through the round.
Just grabbing on there, Barrett, is a bit of a weaker look to him, as if some of these body shots are taking their toll.
100%. 100%. They're very, very good body shots. It sapped all the energy, all the belief out of him by the looks of it. He needs to get some confidence here.
Yeah, these body shots again from Cardle. He's still having occasional success, Barrett, but this is Cardle's best round in a long time.
It's the best round of the fight for me. Apart from the scores of the knockdown. The most effective round.
Yeah, and it's come probably at the right time.
Yeah.
He's really needed that, Scott Cardle.
That's a good round.
Eddie Hearn on his feet. Joe Cardle, his dad.
Stop up. 6 minutes now, Scotty. Okay? 6 minutes.
Is he going to do it again? Is he going to put it out the fire, Cardle?
If you was to ask me to put my money on it, right now, yes, I would say that he's going to pull out a stoppage. Look at these great body shots underneath. You know, Barrett come out with a good left hand there, but through the main, it was all about Cardle's body shots.
Alex Arthur's got it 1 up to Barrett. Anthony Crolla, Barrett by 2. But they're both saying that last round was crucial.
I think that last round made a big impact on Barrett. Barrett's got to have a lot of belief here. He's just got to get back to his boxing. He's got to use his legs. And then whenever he gets close, just clamp hold of Cardle, stop him from working.
Turned into a fascinating conclusion for the British lightweight title. 6 minutes to go, dead level on Dave's unofficial card. Remember, Michael Alexander, Steve Gray and Victor Lachlan, how will they be seeing things? The 2 knockdowns for Cardle, the rounds that we feel Barrett deserved, but then Cardle comes back in the 10th. This is better from Barrett, from the challenger again. But can he sustain it?
He's got to keep that distance. Just keep that distance, keep that jab, and then see the left hands and take them straight. He's looping that left hand overhand. He wants to throw it straight. Aim for his chest.
Up in level, into unknown territory, Barrett. Not just under these TV lights, but into the 11th round now.
And he's put him with a good left hand there. Look at Cardle's face. He looks puffed up around the cheekbones and around the mouth.
But he has been before, Dave. And he's got away with the wins.
Yeah.
He finds an answer. There's an inner spirit to Scott Cardle.
I think it might look. I don't know. There's some damage to his mouth.
Oh, good left hand from Barrett. It's the left hands against the body shots.
Yeah. But this is where Barrett can't lean in and expose his ribs to Cardle. If he's going to be in there on his side, clamp hold him, stop Cardle from working, get back long, and then fire when you're long again.
Cardle trying to turn it into a street fight. Barrett relying on his skills. The tank is still got petrol in, but how much? He just flops down on the ropes.
Very tired.
Yep.
Just there, that gap, just throw the jab. Good shots, good shots.
Beautiful combination. Catching the eye of the judges there with 1:10 to go in the 11th.
But then when they're at distance, just pop out a jab. Just keep looking like you're busy. Keep Cardle occupied.
Oh, it's another good shot. Really lovely work, this. It's a great response from Robbie Barrett.
It is. It's showing just how much this fight means to him.
I'm sure they're worried over there in the Gallagher corner as Cardle tries to land an uppercut. And Barrett keeps piling out the punches. Could come down to the last round, this. His face, a bloody mask, Cardle. But this is what it means to them for the Lonsdale belt. Some of these domestic clashes are the best, Dave.
Oh, listen, it just shows you what fighters think about that belt. It's the best looking belt in the business.
But good right hand from Cardle, but Barrett's done more in this round.
Definitely, it's come back absolutely fantastic. If you look at him in that previous round, he looked dead. He looked as though he was finished. And look at the way he's come out here.
Great testament to the training team of Steffi Bull and the boys. Barrett's round.
Yeah, awesome. All right, last round coming up. All right, okay. Round 12, 3 minutes. All right. You ought to be British champion. You have to go out there and win this round and win it well. Okay. Yes. Last round, lads. Okay. Yeah, mate. He's better suck up. All right. He's getting desperate when he's throwing out, Scotty. He's just dangling with his hands down, popping up a lazy jab, a straight 1-2. You look to slip on the outside, left hook, bang.
They know he's in danger of losing his belt.
I think Cardle needs to go all out. I think he needs to go all out. In a way, I feel sorry for Barrett because I think he's bossed the majority of the fight, but because of knockdowns, it's a close fight.
It is. But Robbie Barrett, there's a spring to his step. The challenger, the unheralded man from Darfield, has he come up to Glasgow to become British lightweight champion? It's an incredible effort, this, from Barrett, who's had 2 defeats in his 17 fights. Scott Cardle yet to be beaten as a pro. Will it happen tonight, or will he manage to cling on because of the 2 10-8 knockdowns? That terrific 10th. Who knows how the judges have it? Could be split, could be a draw. For me, though, it's Barrett at the moment.
Yeah, I think I've got Barrett up.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Like I said, if you take away, listen, it's boxing, but if you take away the knockdowns, he's bossed basically the whole of the fight.
Remember, he had that draw with Mashadon. Could that be a possible outcome? Uppercut from Cardle. Left hand back from Barrett. That's good again from the champion.
But you see, Barrett doesn't need to be standing there trading with me. He doesn't need to trade and he doesn't need to stop Scott Cardle. He needs to just box and win the round.
But he's tired now, Dave. He's not quite got that authority that he had earlier. You can understand that. Put so much into it. Both of them have.
Again, you can't fault Scott Cardle's desire. You know, how many times we've seen him in these kind of fights?
Never question the desire. But he is being hit a lot with that left hand tonight. A tough defence for Scott Cardle. An excellent performance from Robbie Barrett, who again lands a combination. They're going to believe their man's won, the red corner, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Good shot from Cardle. He's just throwing leather out. Last 45 seconds. Is Cardle edging this one? Difficult to tell.
It's a tough round to score. But I think Cardle is outworking, but then Barrett comes out and lands something big.
Maybe a case of what the judges like. That aggression of Cardle, the slippery skills of Barrett. I think if punches landed, you've got to give it to Barrett, haven't you? Over the course of the fight.
Yeah, but it's round by round. You've got to look at round by round.
Good from Cardle. They're both digging ever so deep. Last 10 seconds, they both deserve enormous respect. When the bell goes, Cardle putting a combination in. Barrett moving. Who's going to get it? They fall into each other's arms. That is what the Lonsdale belt gives us. A tremendous fight over the 12. Nip and tuck. It had knockdowns. It had great skills. It had a challenger rising to the occasion. And Scott Cardle put in so much desire, belief, determination, dealt with the cut. It's in the melting pot. Steffi Bull believes he's got it. Dave has it a draw. 113, 113.
Do you know what? I have it as a draw, but...
And he won't get the Lonsdale belt to keep if it's a draw.
But I have it as a draw.
He'll have to go again.
I don't feel it. I know it is a knockdown, this is boxing, but it just feels as though Barrett did enough to win the fight. But
for me, it feels that Barrett deserved it over the course of 12 rounds. But as you say, it scored round by round, a couple of 10-8 rounds, the 10th definitely for Cardle. If they've given him a couple more, he might get it.
Yeah, I just feel that last round, Cardle just did a little bit more, just did that little bit more work. What a fight.
And huge respect between the pair as well. Alex Arthur's got it to Barrett by a round. Anthony Crolla has got it level. How close is this? The tension, what it will mean to Robbie Barrett if he becomes British champion. Whatever happens, it was the performance of his life. It really was. And Scott Cardle deserves enormous credit for staying with it when, again, it wasn't really his night.
No. Again, immense heart, immense bravery, and will to win.
There's a puffiness around him. You notice maybe the jaw or something as well.
I said that early doors when the swelling started. He's definitely picked up some damage to his jaw, his mouth, cheekbone.
Really interesting to see how the judges have it. John McDonnell has the cards. Let's find out momentarily. Have we a winner?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Howard Foster would like you to show your appreciation. What an amazing 12 rounds of British Championship boxing. The pride to any sport. That was absolutely magnificent. Michael Alexander scores a contest 114-114, a draw. Victor Lachlan scores a contest 114-112, and Steve Gray 115-113 for a majority points win for the winner. And the new British World
What a win, an away win for the Yorkshire team. It was a draw on one card and by two twice. And Scott Cardle loses for the first time in his professional career. We have a new British lightweight champion. And I think, Dave, over the course of 12 rounds, that's right.
Yeah, listen, I know you're going on, you can only score it as you see it, but my gut feeling was that Barrett deserved it, you know, and I know what it means to that team. You know, Steffi and all them, not away from the glitz, they put in the work.
Eddie Hearn's standing right behind me. I tell you what, I want to see it again. I want to see a rematch.
Yeah, well, listen, when a fight's that close, you know what I mean, it makes sense.
Lewis Ritson, the mandatory challenger for the British title, might get in the way, but we'd like to see that happen again. Robbie Barrett.
You know, the crowd, some of the crowd booing is, you can't boo a close fight like that.
You know, the Cardle's obviously got the Scottish blood, and I think that is a really happy team. They don't get a lot of luck in this game, Steffi Bull and the guys, but they work so hard, and their man boxed beautifully tonight. Robbie Barrett, the new British lightweight champion, with Andy.
Robbie, you've got that Lonsdale belt around your waist. Just try and put it into words for us what that means to you.
I don't think I can even get words out. I feel so emotional. Yes! God, it means so much, honestly. I've worked for this from being 10-year-old and I've had no but setbacks, amateurs, pros. I want no outstanding amateur, in fact, I want our average. Same when I turned pro, I was just average, but I've worked with this man and my team and that, and I've just listened and grafted, and it just shows losses don't mean a single thing if you're grafting it, Jim. You can beat top kids in the world and you can beat world amateur stars, and you've just got to put that grafting in. This just shows. First man in, well, no, second man in something like, well, I'm third British champion in history from Barnsley in the last 100, well, ever.
Did your self-belief start to waver at all with those 2 10-8 rounds, the 2 knockdowns?
They're what knockdowns, no way, but maybe I know I'm not inexperienced, but maybe someone with a little bit more experience would pull the ref up and say no and like try and, but I don't want to moan, I don't want to make it as if I'm trying to, upset, but no, they would definitely want knockdowns, and if you take a look back, you'll see the one knockdowns. They might have caught and with a bit of pressure on me, I might have touched canvas. That maybe the non-ref might see it as a knockdown, but they didn't hurt me whatsoever. That's why, if they wouldn't have been there, then I would have won by a lot bigger margin.
There's a man on your shoulder with a bigger smile than you, Steffi. Well, Steffi, you very nearly didn't get your man here, though. Can you just tell us that story about driving to London instead of Glasgow?
Yeah, on the way to press conference. Only me can do it, but I drove A1 south rather than A1 north. Took me 7.5 hours to get to Scotland. But we're here, we've done the job, we've come what we wanted to do. We were confident this was going to happen. Robbie's gone under the radar. I've stuck my hand in my pocket to bring this lad through. We've brung him through at Doncaster Dome. There's no footage anywhere. That's not like me playing any tricks or anything. I've just not put no footage on. This kid has been with me since he was 17-year-old. He's a real grafter, and tonight he's made a bit of history. First British champion from Barnsley since the great Chris Saunders, who did a fairy tale story. He's 25. The road's just starting. We're here now. We're here.
Can I just say, we've done all this just on a sense, but now we've got 2 sponsors on board with us, Specialised Movers and Shaw's Waste Management, both from Barnsley and Sheffield, and with them on board, they're going to take us to the next level, definitely.
Well done, Robbie. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
What a superb fight. Such a close contest that had everything. Congratulations to Robbie Barrett, who performed quite possibly the biggest fight of his life, Anthony.
Yeah, he boxed very well. He moved absolutely lovely at times. It was a great fight. Obviously feeling for my gym mate and my friend Scotty Cardle, but well done to the Steffi Bull team and Robbie Barrett.
What did he do so well?
He boxed to his own kind of movements, his own comfort zone. he didn't really allow Scotty Cardle to gain any ground on him early, and I think that affected him in the later part of the fight. I think that what he done was he landed that lovely looping left cross time and time again, and Scotty Cardle was a wee bit predictable in everything that he done. His patterns seemed to be really familiar, and I think that Barrett read them very well and capitalised on it.
Anthony, let's talk about the knockdowns. Were they legitimate in your eyes?
They look legitimate to me. Dave Caldwell mentioned it. Listen, then he was square on, and it wasn't a shot that hurt him, but it was a shot that puts him over. And I believe that did look like a body shot. But you mentioned then Scotty Cardle, he dug deep. He dug so deep. I'm hearing now from the corner, the jaw's gone. So he's shown tremendous courage to hang in there, and he hurt. But there again, Robbie Barrett shown courage. He was hurt to the body so many times, but he dug deep himself. And yeah, he's a very worthy British champion. I thought it was a very close fight myself, but yeah, definitely a very worthy British champion.
Do you agree? Were they legitimate in your eyes?
Yeah, definitely. Well, in terms of the knockdowns, the first one was a wee bit suspect. I mean, they actually both were, to be honest. He was a little bit off balance. The right hand did land. It was on the inside of the glove. His feet stumbled a little bit, so you could be forgiven for thinking he might have got off with him, but it didn't really matter in the end. I had him up a couple of rounds anyway, around clear.
Is it a case, do you think, of Robbie Barrett being a little bit better than expected, or perhaps Cardle just being off tonight?
No, I think you've got to give Robbie Barrett credit. He moved absolutely lovely at times. At times, Scotty was shooting far too high with his hooks, and Barrett was rolling under, and he was catching the judge's eye. It looks very pretty on the judge's eye. Yeah. Scotty is so frustrating.
He had great movement, didn't he, in the later parts of the fight?
He would make Barrett miss. Scotty would make him miss and miss, but not make him pay.
He wouldn't make him pay.
No,
and something like we were saying earlier, like out with the fight, a lot of his punches were really familiar, and Barrett just started to read them very well.
He did very well, and you picked up on it. Scotty threw a left hook to the body late on and it hurt Robbie. But it
Twice
was too
he
late.
doubled up in the one round.
Round 10, 11. And so frustrating, but like I say, both fighters dug so deep, and Robbie, good basic, moved his feet very well, and shown a good engine to get through it. It was hurt at times, and he dug deep.
We know Scotty Cardle's used to getting cut, but how much did that cut to his eye in the fifth hurt him?
Well, it seemed to be on the outer part of his eye. It wasn't directly running right into his eye. He's so used to getting cut now, I don't really think it bothers him that much. I think it's something that he actually lives with.
Yeah.
Every time he gets in the ring, he kind of expects it.
Mick Williamson knows each and every time, I've got a busy night, I've got Scotty Cardle tonight, but I think the bigger problem in the fight, and it will come out after it, will be the jaw. The jaw, I'm guessing it was a break.
What next? A rematch, do you reckon? Be good, wouldn't it?
It'd be great to see, and I know that it's a fight that